All right. Why don't we speak to a couple of other people, right? I mean, we're here. We sort of might as well. Why don't we go to Garen from Dallas?
Hey, David, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, so I'm a physician here in Dallas, and I've just been listening to your show probably for the past year, and I've really appreciated your kind of rhetoric and take on the just the whole coronavirus pandemic in general. I guess my thoughts and my questions to you is, as someone, your family kind of comes to you advice as a physician, and things like that, and one of the things that's been really kind of tough for me going forward as a physician is, well, I have this very pro-vaccine, masking standpoint, and people want to reach out to you and say, well, what about these other problems that I have? It's the kind of, I don't know if other physicians have this kind of dilemma, but it's trying to, how do you trust some information that I tell you, but not other information that I tell you? And it's kind of broken the glass box. And it's kind of broken the glass box for me on a lot of people, and especially friends and family. I'm just curious if you've had that kind of interactions, or you're kind of those revelations of certain people. It's like, how can you not understand this pretty good data that we have? It's I don't know if you've had that kind of experience.
I have.
With that kind of
I
friends
have.
and family. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. What's your specialty?
So I'm orthopedic surgeon. So
okay, so it's not directly related to immunology or epidemiology, sure. Right? So in other words, people come to you and they say, "Sir, my knee's bothering me," and then you give them you whatever, you talk about it, and then they implicitly trust you. But then when you say, "Hey, I'm a doctor, I know how to read a medical study, get the vaccine, it's really effective," all of a sudden, then they don't believe you. They're skeptical of your thought.
That's all the people become pretty experts in the face of certain data, but then, obviously they, unequivocally trust my, input on their hip arthritis or, whatever you want to call it. So,
sure.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if other physicians or other people have experienced that,
They have. I know an emergency, a pediatric emergency doctor who has some anti-vax people floating around in his family. And he's talked about how they come to me with questions about their babies. And then all of a sudden I'm saying we all need to get the vaccine. And it just doesn't convince them. They don't care.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, listen, while I have you on the phone, brief orthopedic consult. So, I'm in my mid 30s now, and I'm getting a little bit of sort of crunching, crackling in my knees. And when you Google this, it's everything from you need a new leg to don't worry about it, right? Like, how should I be thinking about that?
Yeah. So, you're in your kind of mid 30s, I think, right? So, everyone kind of gets arthritis as we age, but there's a ton of things that can cause knee pain, meniscal problems. I think I've heard you say you're kind of an avid runner and things like that. So people.
Oh no, we're losing you right at the key moment of the diagnosis.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm thinking you were saying running can aggravate this.
Yeah, so it kind of depends on your symptoms. The crunching, popping things you're kind of describing can sound like it could be meniscal related, or it could be, hopefully not early arthritis for you, but probably not.
I actually have this birth defect called discoid meniscus in one knee. And
then that would probably be related to some of the things you're referring to. Yeah.
Is discoid meniscus typically bilateral, or it can be just on one side?
You can definitely get it bilaterally, but there are cases, unilaterally it can be as well. So, is that the knee that's popping on you?
It's not. That's the interesting thing.
It's not. Well, some people, when their kids have discoid meniscus, but they never really bothers them. The main symptom they'll get is catching symptoms, locking, popping, that kind of thing.
Right.
So some people have it and just never really have pain. So if it's not bothering you, then there's really nothing much to do about it.
So like is when you start to think about it, I'm like, is my knee unstable? Am I having a bigger issue here? But it might just be that I'm thinking about it,
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So for the most part, I can keep the leg for now.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to amputate it just yet on you, but let me know how it's going, and we can take it off if we need to.
We'll take it from there. Okay. All right, good. Okay, Dr. Garen, thank you so much.
Thanks, David.
All right, great call. Wow. And by the way, if there's a podiatrist in the audience, I also have other questions. So if you could call in, I would really appreciate a consult on that as well.